Alright, welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for Sub Sunday? Sub Monday. But we're gonna be playing 3 of your guys' decks. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you want to get in on this, just jump over to the Sideboard MTG subreddit. The link's in the description box below. Vote, post decks, whatever it is you want to do, and if you get the most votes, we'll play them on Sunday. Alright, so here we go. Let's get rid of this. Right? Let's get rid of that. What's up, everyone? Madness and Boros have been chilling in chat, just chilling. I was trying to leave them alone. They seem to be having a conversation about the Reddit decks. One of these is actually Madness's. We got the Desecrated Jank deck. Seems to be quite a few people on the mono black plan. So that deck's going to be a lot of fun. We've got an Esper Angels deck, which, I mean, I'm really starting to like Seraph of the Scales. It's an impressive card, and it's pretty good in a lot of matchups. Just the Afterlife 2 on it, and they have to use normally multiple cards to be able to deal with it outright. So it's just a really good 2-for-1 in most cases. And then after that, we've got really sweet deck here, where we're going to be running some Firesong Sunspeakers. You know, I actually never thought about the card with Absorb, and I mean, it kinda is a better Ionize. I mean, you'll deal 3 damage. Wow, gets a Lightning Helix on it, and you gain 3 life. Might be pretty good. We'll see. Anyway, that's the decks for tonight. You know what? I don't even know which one to play first. Let's jump out with some Esper Angels. All right. Mr. Wells, what's up, sir? Ow, woof, woof. Hello. We'll just host a match. Go from there. Sorry, I'm... Tacos. Just finished a 3-hour 8-player Commander game. 3-hour 8-player? Wow. Like, wow. Oh. When you got that many people have to... I mean... I guess there's... What kind of time limit do you put on an 8-player game? Wow. Digging the classic art absorbs. I do like that about MTGO. You can get all the old art. Hola, amigos. What's up, being form? How goes it, sir? Check out the Daryl Leaves videos. You get peer pressured into it. Fine, I'll play. Gotcha. It does sound like a great time, but for one game? A 3-hour 8-player Commander game. Like... yeah, Commander on steroids. There you go. That's... Man, I can't even imagine, like, trying to maintain board state and alliances and... That, or you just have that one good blue player or blue-white player that just keeps sweeping the board or something. Oh, man. It's crazy. Alright, what can we do? We do have a black source. We can come in with a Hollowed Fountain followed up by Isolated Chapel into Thought Erasure and then have Mortify and Karn. Doesn't seem horrible. Control the early hands and then... Oh, come on. Yep, he scooped. Guess he didn't like his hand. Infinite turns with Eldrazi Claw of Progress tokens. Wow. Seems good. I like any infinite combo. Can't talk tonight. Cast down, erasure. Need to hit another white source, but we can start playing threats with this. It's pretty much the same opener if we want it. As long as we do hit another land. What's up, Jizza? Wow, Esper deck's amazing tonight. Wins before we play. Just the pure fear. Wow, the pure fear in their eyes. Oh no. And then we come up against Pteramander deck. Lots of information seems good early. I'm going to attempt to wait on the Pteramander since my kill spell is a cast down or mortify. It's not like Moment of Craving where they can't outgrow it. Plus we'll have a lot more information for what to play around. Ooh, okay. Spell Pierce, Curious Obsession. Wizard's Retort. He doesn't have a wizard though. I think Dive Down's going to be important, but he will be able to Spell Pierce me next turn or Dive Down if I try to go for the kill. So if I take the Spell Pierce, I can at least get through with the second Thought Erasure next turn. Yeah, we'll leave that up. We'll go for turn 3 Thought Erasure. Tap land. And Mortify. I mean, it's absolute kill. Destroy target creature or enchantment. It says it right there. It's plastered right across the front of the card. Alright, so we need to Thought Erasure this turn. Get rid of anything that would stop us from killing this Pteramander on turn 3. If possible. Man, he's got that Wizard's Retort. I do want to be able to cast on command. I mean, if he's got the wizard or the cast on turn, we're not getting the white source. The opponent asks, how does he go back? The opponent's going to be scooping it up because apparently he can't go back. He said he missed his attack phase and it wouldn't let him go back. So, alright. Well, this deck's just too good. It's just too good. White chat, sorry. It's gone for now. I'll fix it in the next one. Is it a little quiet? Right. Opponent punt. A lot of scoopers tonight. Let's see if anybody's created their own event. Apparently I've got a game with beef tacos. Let's go taco. I'd love to go first. Alright. So how does this come out? Pretty much the same hand. The god hand that just everybody scoops to. Like, I don't know. I turned it up a little bit. So it might be a little bit better for you guys. Ooh, do I just Did I just kill the elf? Kill the elf. I mean, I could take his turn 3, but killing the elf seems like it would help slow him down. I'm gonna kill the elf. Bolt the bird, right? When you got it, bolt the bird. Does the deck even have any other cards? Not that you would need them, right? Well, I mean, these are pretty good cards. Pretty good cards. Arrgh. Play the Glacial Fortress. We can go ahead and put a threat down. And it serves to defend against the 2-1. Abzan. Okay. Kill that elf. Kill the elf. Consistency, right? Well, definitely got to say something for consistency on the deck. I mean, we've... Hey, look, Mortify. And we do have the outs of drawing, like Lyras and things of that nature. We can rip 2 cards right here, as long as I don't tap the wrong way. It's black, blue. Ooh, what does he got? What does he got? In this particular deck... Alright, so... Next turn he's liable to J-Light in order to hit his land drop. And I get to take 2 this turn. I'll take J-Light. Ooh, do I want another land? I think I can put that one in the graveyard. We'll go black, blue. And Fine Finale. Another Thought Erasure. I mean, we can keep up Mortify and Thought Erasure next turn. Shh. Take Wild Growth? Why? It's not, like, extremely menacing right now. I can always just kill it this turn and take his next best play. Another Wild Growth Walker? Sure, I'll take one. Yeah. I mean, the Ixalan's Binding right now, I don't have a permanent to play, and it could work out in my favor later. He still doesn't have, like, land. Keep them both. I'll take the Absorb now. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of a beating here. Whole play set. Just all of them. Tristani. Like, come on, Tristani. Wow. That's brutal. Bought me plenty of time though, which was great. Now we take 4 more points of damage and go to 4, right? Oh, alright, okay. We do need 6 here. If we go to 4, well, we don't have to take that much. He may not even swing. He'll swing with that. We'll take 3 and go to 5. Doubt he swings with Merfolk Branchwalker unless he's just willing to sacrifice the Llanowar. If he is willing to sacrifice. Alright, maybe I just eat them, like, do damage control here. Take the 4, go to 4. Forces and their next turn. This may not work. He goes Ixalan's Binding. I replay another Tristani. He's not even worried about the Ixalan's Binding. Yeah. I have to pull something like Lyra off the top. Cast down, that's not going to do it. Alright, well. Good thing I got 1 Wild Growth. Well, yeah. Alright, so I like the idea of ripping the opponent's hand apart with the Thought Erasers, but we just ran out of kill spells. Vraska's Contempt could be good. Might be better over Karn. And Seraph of the Scales just helps us block for a long time. Maybe I do want to meet on the battlefield a little bit more and bring in those Basilica Bell Haunts. It's a little harder to cast, but maybe I'll take out Thought Eraser on the draw though. And Thief of Sanity seems so good. There's so many good cards in this deck. Alright, put back on some Absorbs. I can bluff it a little bit more. I hate bluffing. It's a big part of the game, and I'm normally too wide open for it. Let's go with that. Maybe even 1 less Resplendent Angel. Probably should have taken 1 or 2 Resplendent Angels out. It's a start. I mean, we would have to be aggressive. We are on the play. Thief of Sanity, make him deal with a thief. And then get into Lyra. Maybe even sneak in Angel of Grace somewhere. Angel of Grace seems really good. We're hitting the land. Give me a turn 4. I mean, I'm in a position to draw a card later. I have my curve planned out for right now. So, and then we got our 5th land coming up next turn. So we'll have that. Has to deal with a flyer. Yeah, I'm hoping that Thief is going to do some work. Maybe I should have just waited and let Thief be a turn 5. Just because then I could have Thought Erasered and then played the Thief. but I'm gonna risk it. If the thief even pulls kill spells, then it makes Lyra and Angel of Grace seem that much better. There's Wild Growth. We have to take our damage here. Ha! Gotcha. Alright, so tap land. Man, maybe I shouldn't have played it yet. Maybe get like an Ixalan's Binding and hit the Wild Growth Walker with it. I figure he has Ixalan's Bindings. Ha! It's probably pretty good. I should probably take that. Oh. Woo. J-Light Ranger, Fine Finale, stacks mean. I think I can beat Tristani. And pretty sure I can beat Merfolk Branchwalker. We do have to allow something to hit in order to... Lyra outlives the Fine Finale on turn 6. He does have 3 mana. I guess I just take the Jade Light. Put that in the graveyard. I can wait on that. I would like to see a little bit more action right now. I mean, I know we're going to be getting some Ixalan's Binding triggers here. Or we're going to be getting some Thief of Sand triggers so that we can Ixalan's Binding. Okay, he's just going to pull back his cards. Alright, and then play the Merfolk Branchwalker to gain a little life, get a little bit going with his dude here. I think I will Binding the Wild Growth Walker though. Maybe I should Binding the Adanto. Maybe not. Some cards in his hand that I know about. He used Finale, and he got back J-Light Ranger. Oh, check the logs. He got back J-Light Ranger. Yeah. But Ixalan's Binding the Wild Growth Walker right now. I think I'm just going to swing for 2. I don't expect to be blocking with Thief of Sanity. Might find a better alternative. Maybe. I don't know. You're just making Petra Drake's deck and you're completely bankrupt on wild cards. That happens. Definitely happens. Alright. So, see what we get. Roll the dice. Get his J-Light Ranger. Wouldn't be horrible. It's gonna be a while before we can play that and something else. Yeah, I'll take the J-Light. If nothing else, it keeps it from going to the graveyard. I guess I'll play Lyra. Dare him to kill her. I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't kill Lyra. She could be my saving grace. My angel. Swing and slam Angel of Grace on his big attack step. Yeah, I want to fight him for that. I can actually take the next attack step. And then we can Ixalan's Binding, get rid of Wild Growth Walkers altogether. Hopefully. Maybe. Maybe top deck a Thought Eraser. He didn't swing. Did not swing, did he? All right. Love to find a good 2-drop here. I mean, I guess we could take another 3-drop, play Jade Light and something. But a good 2-drop would be nice. Ooh, Mortify. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's still good. Alright. When Angel of Grace enters the battlefield until end of turn, damage that you would receive, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. I guess I need to get it in the graveyard. I feel it's safe to kill the Wild Growth Walker now that he's actually tapped some mana here. Maybe Ixalan's mining his J-Light Rangers. I mean, Ixalan's mining is only one-sided. Yeah, I like that. Let's wait. Let's go ahead and get in for some damage, and then we'll decide how to follow up. Isn't that Reaper? Could be really good later. I think if I can keep You know what? I don't have to cast this spell. I can just hold up the negate, protect the Lyra, and ensure that I'm not going to take damage. Just play it slow. Sure. You can have your Midnight Reaper. I may play your Midnight Reaper soon myself. What? I mean, if you want to draw a card, it's going to cost you that guy. I wonder what card you want him to draw. Tristani. Take Tristani. Resplendent Angel. Sweet. Alright. I keep going too fast. And now I know he has nothing but land in hand. Ooh, I get his fine finale. Yeah. That seems really good. I think I just slam Angel of Grace this turn and start closing the game out. Like, it should go really fast from here. Okay. It went really fast from there. Angel of Grace. Seems decent. It seemed decent. Maybe I get rid of the absorbs as well. Bring in even more creatures. Maybe even Kaya's Wrath to just reset everything. Play it like this. Just a heads up for when you get your deck. You don't expect us to win. If we do, it'll be a surprise. Hey, I've been surprised by those little mono black decks a lot. Like, it's just, they can come out with a lot of speed. And if your opponent's deck chokes, you win. I'm gonna run it like this. No Resplendent Angels. And give myself some Karns. Mono black good. Right, Angel of Grace would just, you'd play that, and then next turn you could swing for 12 in the air if you wanted. Plus make an Angel at the end of turn and play the Resplendent Angel. It would have been quite mean. Think he keeps an aggressive hand? I don't know. I'm gonna risk it. Our hand starts out really slow, but we could draw the land for it. I guess I will need the black source. The mana is what really scares me in this hand. Danto. Still scares me. Women competing. No black sources so far from our opponent. Maybe he's got a bad mana situation. Come on, come on. Just give me something. Ooh, alright. So I need to play the black source to give myself more outs on being able to Vraska's Contempt next turn. Hopefully if he spends his kill spells on like Thief of Sanity, and I'd probably pay 2 life for a Hollowed Fountain right now. Definitely pay 2 life for a Hollowed Fountain. Hollowed Fountain. Oops. Black, black, white, white. Basilica Bellhaunt. I mean, we gained 3 and he discards a card, so I'm still net 1 from this turn. That's like Ferox. What a monstrosity. And he could Tristani this turn if he wanted. Okay. Oh, well, that's only for flying creatures. I don't have flying. Yay. So I need, what, turn 6 to be able to take Nullhide? What do I need 5 mana for this turn? Nothing? I mean, unless I want Angel of Grace, which I might need the Angel of Grace. Although I can't take... I would have to lose the Basilica and block the big guy. Grrr. Karn would produce quite a good blocker for me right now. Although, if I take 6 and just cast Angel of Grace. would allow me to go to 1 the next turn and have 6 mana, where I could Vraska's Contempt and deal with the Nullhide Ferox. I think that's the play. Alright. Doesn't really play into Angel of Grace's best ability, but we'll try. Only going to swing with the Ferox. How much different does that make things? Slightly, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if the opponent had a black source, I wouldn't do this. But I'm gonna risk it. I mean, we got rid of Nullhide. We still have a decent blocker on the battlefield. Still a decent blocker. The J-Light Ranger wasn't so devastating. Seraph of Scales. See, things are looking up. I'll say no. Just play Seraph. It gives me a lot of blockers. Come on, J-Light. Thief of Sanity hasn't been as good this game. I've been so far behind, I haven't been able to really play the Thief. What's up with his black sources? He's discarding Duresses over, or exploring them away. That looks good. Just go for Vigilance. Get in the air. I mean, he just snapped off that Crawl Harpooner. Maybe you can just find Finale it back. Maybe that's the plan. I plan on using a Vraska's Contempt either way here. Next turn we turn the Angel of Grace online. So if we do take some damage, we'll be alright. Really. Just block like this. Stop all the damage, and we actually hit him for 4. I mean, I actually went up on life total in that swing. All right, I'm gonna try the risky play of the Hostage Taker. Without him having black mana, I'm sure he's just sitting over there with Mortifies going, what do I do? So he makes a Memorial. 4 at a time. It's a good start. You like the idea of hostage taker on Vanguard? Especially when, even if I drop below 10, I can always just bump myself back up to 10. And we're about to, Vraska's Contempt will push us over the edge on multiples of 4. So that doesn't seem bad. Nullhide Fireox. I'm a little hurt on black mana. I think I'm going to cast Discovery. See what I can see. Ooh. I mean, Mortify's technically better. I have so many good cards, I can't play them all. We'll go to the graveyard. Leave that on top. I wouldn't mind having an additional kill spell. Now he just doesn't have favorable blocks. I mean, I guess he could Tristani? Briefcase tacos. Oh yeah, we definitely turned the corner on him. I mean, technically, the life total never got below 9. I mean, I told you he was just sitting over there with Mortify and Midnight Reaper. I knew it. Why not play the Baffling in? Oh, 4 mana dude. Anyway, alright, so that was the Esper deck. Fought well. I actually just got through telling the guy that I liked his Abzan deck. Yeah, Abzan seems good. Man, Esper Angels deck. It's a pretty sweet deck. Looks like concessions were made on Drowned Catacombs for the mana base. I mean, it makes sense. You want to squeeze every last white mana you can into this deck for the Resplendent Angels and Lyras and such. Even for the you know, Wraths and the sideboard. And, so that kind of makes Thought Erasure a little bit hard to play, but we didn't really have much of a problem. I do like the deck. I think it has enough kill spells to be relevant, but yet enough creatures to be powerful. It's a great take on Esper mid-range right now. So, really sweet deck. Thank you for posting it over on the Reddit. And I'm going to Desecrated Jank next. I'm gonna save the Firesong deck for last. I think the Firesong deck looks pretty interesting. I just want to get Firesong out and then cast Absorb. It just seems like it'd be great. So. You have 2 days left in Mythic season with a 60% win rate so far in Mythic. Nice. 60%, that's pretty good. Alright, so this is Madness's deck. So let's go over the cards really quick. I am going to go ahead and say that it's Priest of Sanity deck, right? Better go out on a high note. you don't have that much faith in this. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so we got Priest of the Forgotten Gods, which is, for better or worse, going to be the backbone of a lot of these aristocrat type builds, and this is definitely an aristocrat style build. I mean, it's quite evident when you're running cards like you know, Costly Plunder and things. So with Priest of the Forgotten Gods, most of the time I find that you just want to make sure that you can get 2 creatures down every turn from turn 4 on. Possibly even turn 3. You want to have, you want to be able to activate Priest of the Forgotten Gods as often as possible to really abuse the card. Now that doesn't mean that it's still not good in decks that can't really abuse it. The card's really good on multiple levels, and when paired with cards like Gutter Bones and Reassembling Skeleton, even though you may not want to run like 4 copies of each. This deck does, but you may not want to do that. If you don't want to do that, it's fine. But being paired with some type of nice recursion style creature, I just think that it's great, just because this will produce mana, and both of these creatures can have their abilities activated for 2. Technically, Gutter Bones is like 3 mana to get back onto the battlefield, but that's fine. But Reassembling Skeleton, I've played around with these decks, and they're kind of fun, especially when you start doing the Midnight Reaper thing. You're allowing your creatures to die, you're sacking your creatures, they're losing their creatures, that sort of thing. Midnight Reaper becomes really good. You got a lot of good fodder here in Dusk Legion Zealot. Barter of the Bones. Now this one kind of gets me a little bit. I get the Surveil thing, and I actually ran this card in the Surveil deck that I was running just because I really liked the Turbo Surveil idea. I ended up backing off of it, but I do like the card. I don't know if this is like where I would go Madness on this one. The other card that I had it, Plague Reaper. I would probably have some number of Plague Reapers in the deck. And then, of course, Desecrated Tomb. Desecrated Tomb is going to be another way that we can just guarantee that we're getting more creatures on the battlefield every turn. And that works great with cards like Fine Finale. And then, so that we get to make a bat. So, fodder for the gods. That's what this deck is. Fodder for the gods. And then, of course, I definitely need to mention some Vraska Golgari Queen. Another sack outlet there. This way, you don't have to just completely rely on Priest of the Forgotten Gods to sack some of your dudes if you want to do that. Maybe you need to get them back, things like that. Plague Reaper. Plague Crafter. Sorry, Plague Crafter. Plague Reaper? What? Some Gruesome Fate Secret Tech? Maybe. I'm actually more impressed with the mono black deck killing enchantments Secret Tech than I am anything else. Not so impressed with this card on the destroy target creature with flying. I'm more impressed with instant speed, destroy target enchantment, and if that's the case, don't we have... Isn't Naturalize legal? Sure that... I'm sure Naturalize is legal in Standard. It is legal in Standard. So, I mean, if you're really just wanting the enchantment, destroy target enchantment, that might be fine. Canopy is budget Vivian. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you do get to shoot down flying creatures and things, but, I mean, you've got Vraska's Contempts, and Cast Downs, and Divest to pull them out of their hands, things like that, so it hits Lyra. I can definitely understand that. But if against those style decks, I tend to do pretty well with the Priest of the Forgotten Gods decks. It's the ones that have low to the ground sweepers and things like that that really bother me. Decks that can only put out 1 or 2 big threats per turn, normally you can just make them sack it. But I got you. Naturalize is in Standard. Oh yeah, definitely, I checked it. So I mean, it just depends. It's like what are you really wanting to destroy with it, and you are narrowing your focus. So having options available, you're technically taking a tool out of the toolbox, but you're adding one. You're giving yourself the ability to destroy an artifact, which you don't have either. So maybe we won the dice roll. Let's see what happens. I mean, I can cast some Gutter Bones, get Priest of the Forgotten Gods down, Reassembling Skeleton on 3. Seems fine. Seems fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There's no way they'll kill my Priest on turn 2. Probably not. They'll probably do it on their turn 2. My turn 3. Plague Mare seems good in the side too. It does. Actually, I've been impressed with Plague Mare lately. Ooh, look, goody. And we get to smack in for 2. Did he... Growth Chamber Guardian. Okay, okay. Alright. That's fine. It's fine. It's just a Growth Chamber Guardian. Shouldn't have... I should have played this before I swung. I should have. Probably some trickery I can do with 2 Priest of the Forgotten Gods and a reassembling skeleton, or a couple reassembling skeletons. Maybe just the 1. Like you use 1 to sack Gutter Bones and reassembling skeleton. Priest of the Forgotten God, and then you use the other one and pull back the reassembling skeleton. Well, pull back the reassembling skeleton, and then use the other one to sack the first priest and another reassembling skeleton. Or the same reassembling skeleton. Twice, maybe? I'll wait. Might be wrong to wait here. Maybe not now. I figure if he's going to... I really want to hit that extra land drop. I'm going to activate. Don't want to choose me. I did hit the land drop. And something to do with it. It's really good. Another bear? Play the bear and... I don't know. And I don't know. I know I'm getting back reassembling skeleton here. Or maybe I should just play the priest. Oh. We'll put it on top. We'll leave it on top. Alright, I'm going to throw it in the graveyard. I'm going for something else here. Alright, reassembling skeleton. Brain Blast. Just thought of your next brew. There you go. Brain Blast. Sounds like a Slurpee. Like when you go to the Slurpee machine, you just get all the different colors. I'm sure someone's done that. Please don't let me be the only one. Otherwise, what's we're living for? You know, you go get everything. Just mix it up. Brain Blast. What is our opponent doing? I don't know. I took forever, so he's definitely entitled his time. Ooh, status statue. Fine opponent. Look, another skeleton. Desecrated Tomb. I'm just going for some damage here. Destroy the Grove Chamber Guardian. Get in for some damage and pass the turn. I mean, I guess I could wait around and play a slower hand, but right now he needs to present some type of threat. Otherwise, I can start sacking Reassembling Skeleton to Vraska and drawing a card, gaining some life. Whoa! That's the thing. That's a threat. That'll do things. Bye, Vraska. Thanks for hanging out. Got a land. Might be beneficial. And old Glut Bones comes back to his hand. Jun Chain Whirler. Looks like his Jun Chain Whirler. Looks like you are right, sir. Alright, how much mana do we need this turn? I get out the Desecrated Tomb and the Priest of the Forgotten Gods, play the tap land, just pass. No, this costs 3. Alright, fine, we'll pay the 2 life. I gotta get the Priest out, though. Although I didn't have to pay the life. I could have just played the swamp, I guess. I don't know why I had it in my mind that I had to play the Overgrown Tombs this turn. I think last turn, because I just drew the swamp this turn. And I already had the play registered. It just seemed good. We just stop damage. And, I mean, we take 1 point of life, but we draw another card. Another Priest. Seems fine. I mean, he has to play cards here. He has to put creatures on the battlefield. Fine. Opponent. Another statue. He's got 2 cards in hand. I mean, maybe I could just reset now. I mean, if I'm going to reset the board, it's not a bad time to do it. Slows him down getting the bones back as well. Sure. Not that it matters. So next turn we get to make like a ton of bats and stuff, and play the Priest. So play the Priest, get back. Play the Desecrated Tomb, play the Priest. Opponent said, "Wow, mana overload." Load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's turn 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, so I have missed a land drop. Alright, so Desecrated Tomb. Priest. Pass? I can always bring back our nice little reassembling skeleton friend over here. I mean, he made growth chamber, right? Okay. Sure. Every time a creature leaves our graveyard, we get a bat. So we spend 2 mana and bring our reassembling skeleton from the graveyard, not the one in our hand, but from the graveyard, back to the battlefield, and we get blockers. And we get a finale? Seems a little too good to be true. I don't know if we can lose from here, other than the fact that they could technically... Like, if he kills the priest, then we're in trouble. Otherwise, it's use priest, make him sack a dude, bring back 2 reassembling skeletons. Like, we're going to sack 2 reassembling skeletons, build bats, and just go ham. So, it's pretty good. Alright, so Bearer of Bones was good, but I'm still going to take it out for just pure kill. Just cast down seems good enough to me. I'm bringing a Vraska's Contempt. I'm even going to take out a Desecrated Tomb. Even though Desecrated Tomb's great, I just don't think that I need to get there. As far as Divest and Duress, maybe even Argyle's Bloodfast. Actually, I'm going to bring in an Argyle's Bloodfast over a Desecrated Tomb. I know it's a Desecrated Tomb deck, but... Alright. We'll go this route with it. I thought I can get behind the argument of bringing in Divest with more Desecrated Tombs. So the more Desecrated Tombs I put in the deck, the more I'm wanting to put in Divest. I think Desecrated Tombs is actually a weak card because it is the Jund Chain Whirler deck, and one of his biggest plans is to play Chain Whirler. But yeah, I don't know. So the resting around like a bunch of 1/1s just doesn't seem. Or resting my faith in a bunch of 1/1s doesn't seem that great. So, you don't know about Bloodfast in this matchup? I actually want it as a separate kill spell. I'm worried, or a separate sacrifice spell, because I'm a little worried about Priest of the Forgotten Gods just not being there when I need it to. So, I will bring in Divest. We'll go that route. Gives me more 1-drops, gives me a little bit of a preemptive counter, and thought I took those out. Maybe I'd already pulled them? Well, we can play from behind fairly well. Desecrated Tomb's not the greatest thing in the world when you don't really have anything to go with it, but sure, we'll find something to bring back from the graveyard. It also gains us life. What gains us life? Okay. We may end up having to put a serious threat, or like put a threat meter, I guess, on Pelt Collector. Yeah, still just a yellow threat. We're not worried about that one. Not right now. Could get bigger though. I don't really think that without any good like mulch style cards, like just milkshakes, if you will, that were just instant or whatever, where you could just dump some specific creature into your graveyard, like reassembling skeleton. I don't know if I would actually want 4 Desecrated Tomb in the deck, period. I mean, I guess I can take 2, just cast it down on my turn. I wanted to play the Desecrated Tomb so I could actually sacrifice the Desecrated Tomb. He did give it haste. I mean, if I kill it, I'm still taking 3 the next turn from... Fine. Stop the damage now, otherwise I take 3 more next turn anyway. So either way, he's going to be left with a 3/3. The other one had a potential to become a 4/4, so I don't want to go with that. Alright, so we'll play our Desecrated Tomb. Definitely may just play Vraska uptick. But then again, if he doesn't actually put another threat on the battlefield, I may play Vraska and downtick. But at that point, we're really susceptible to our death from Chain Whirler there. Yeah, form of Grizzly Salvage or something. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Some Grizzly Salvage action. Come on. Need some blockers. Alright, 4 mana kill spell. May also gain us 3 life. We'll see. He may have some other way to kill this without actually having to swing at it. And if that case, we're in trouble. And then again, he may just ignore Vraska. Somehow doubt that. He's going to ignore Vraska. He's not going to ignore Vraska. Darn. Oh, come on, deck. I mean, we can live 1 turn here. We don't actually get to kill. That was supposed to be a Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I don't know why, but that's what it was supposed to be. Now we're just wasting spells to see another card. Okay. Alright. Alright. Sitting over with 4 lands. Okay, game 3. Let's dump Desecrated Tomb altogether. Bring in the Divest. He's a lot heavier on creatures than I had originally thought. Maybe I really do want Bearer of Bones, but Bearer of Bones doesn't stand up really good against cards like Goblin Chain Whirler and the... What's the Gruul when he... Spellbreaker. Gruul Spellbreaker. Dust Legion Zealot. We got a bunch of reassembling skeletons, so we can chump block. I don't really want to see this many reassembling skeletons in most situations, but... Okay. We got a draw card. It's just all 1/1s versus Goblin Chain Whirler. Okay, so then we Dusk Legion Zealot, gain some life. I mean, we're going to lose a life, but we're technically going to stop a swing for 2. And we hit our mana. Oh, yeah. Maybe we don't take the swing. play Midnight Reaper. Then we get to threaten to block. Never mind. All that just went out the window. Just got Sheevan fired right on out of here. Now I don't have to worry about hitting my 4th land drop, so I didn't have to play the Midnight Reaper. And then next turn I can Reassembling Skeleton. Reassembling Skeleton? Which may work. Could Contempt that Gutter Bones, just be done with it. But it seems a little much. Late party. Yeah, well, the party got started late. So, I guess not that big of a deal. Wouldn't let Gutter Bones die? Huh? You want to pay your other 2 mana this turn? He does want to pay his other 2 mana this turn. Means he's got nothing better to spend it on. I'll wait. Could make a trade and... Somehow doubt he blocks there. Hey, mono blue will do it, man. The deck's good. The deck is serious. So far, it's played pretty decently. I mean, we're in game 3 against a pretty brutal fight against Jund here. Blue, red, or black, red, green. I'll take 2 more. See, this works. We get to see what he's got. Plan accordingly. He's got a bunch of land, a lightning strike, and a Gruul Spellbreaker. We'll take the Spellbreaker. I guess he could lightning strike the Midnight Reaper, which he probably should do. Seems to want to hang on to it. We're definitely to the point now where I'm willing to trade for the Gutter Bones. Now he doesn't want to do it. Now he's going to back out. Alright. Well, we draw an additional card. There's no real point. Sure, he lightning strikes it. We draw yet another card. And it's a land too! Yay! What wonderful things. So the lightning strike happened. There's a Gruul Spellbreaker. He made it a 4/4. I can combat against the 3/3 for right now, I think. Especially since we're going to be exiling. We'll see. We'll see. I think that I bring back reassembling skeleton, right? Alright, so there's Gutter Bones. You can play Gutter Bones. I think I get rid of the 4/4. Gutter Bones is blockable. And there's a Midnight Reaper. I gotta do it on my turn. He has Hexproof on his turn, so no point in waiting. Should be able to swing with one of them, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I'm willing to take 2 from Gutter Bones and then like all 3. Maybe not on that one either. Wouldn't mind drawing some cards here. Alright, there's the last card we knew about from his hand. So he's got 2 unknowns in hand. Did your treasure jank make the stream? I'm afraid it did not. I'm sorry. We had like 6 and 7 votes on these decks. It was pretty good. Pretty good turnout. Growth Chamber Guardian. What a great card to have late game. Especially when you haven't played all the other 3 out of your deck. How's this deck finish? Priest will finish the deck. Once the deck gets rolling, you're just activating Priest, and Priest actually does 2 points of damage per turn, and you draw a card. So, Priest is pretty good. The Priest is pretty good. We do need to find a way to draw a bunch of cards, like now. Like right now. That is not bad. I am willing to do it too. Don't be double land. Okay, I mean, we get Gutter Bones. We get Zillet. We get another Gutter Bones. And if he finds a fine finale, he just kills us on board. Right? We go to 1. Just bam, done. And then he smacks us with this huge Growth Chamber Guardian. Fine finale would be brutal. Don't cast fine finale on me, please. Please don't do it. I think I need to kill some Midnight Reaper. Things could get very dirty. You only have to say treasure once, and I'm in. Yeah, tier 1. Well, a GG opponent. We have all the things, but we're at 1 life. And at 1 life, We take a smack for one. But we have a handful. Very good. I'm actually looking forward to playing that version of that treasure deck. I seen a couple treasure decks floating around on Reddit, and it's the one I'm thinking of. Is it the Smothering Type deck? Is that the one? It may not be that one. The deck still ran pretty good. I don't know what else to say about the Desecrated Jank deck. We went into it knowing it was jank. We were supposed to just have some fun, see if we could just activate Priest of the Forgotten Gods them to death and stuff like that. So the deck fought really well against a pretty good opponent as far as like staying power. The deck we were fighting against definitely had some late game power, so not bad. Next here we've got basically Drakes, right? So this is almost your standard Drake deck. Even has a couple Terramanders here, not for them, which maybe that should change. Maybe we should have more Terramanders in the deck. But we do have 2 Terramanders in the deck. We've got Enigma Drake, Crackling Drake as our Drake package, and then we have Firesong Sunspeaker, which this was not a box topper, but a buy box promo. That was what it was. Buy box promo. Red instant and sorcery cards you control have lifelink. Whenever a white instant or sorcery spell you control gains life, Firesong deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So burn spells will gain life, and gain life will do damage. Which means if we hit someone with a lava coil while Firesong Sunspeaker's on the battlefield, we're going to gain 4 life. Some of you may remember spells like this in the past. We ran it in Jeskai Black. We would be casting cards like Roast, do 5 damage, gain 5 life. It wasn't Monastery Mentor, but it was one from that era. I know we played them both. I can't think of the card, but you gain life. It turned instant sorceries had lifelink, and it was pretty sweet. But this also allows life gain to do some damage, so it makes it important to run cards like Absorb. We can get away with cards like Sphinx's Insight, drawing 2 cards, gaining 2 life, and doing 2 damage, which is pretty sweet. And it does say that you can whenever it causes you to gain life, Firesong and Sunspeaker deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So, oh no, you don't gain 4. It's just trigger for 3. Just Lightning Bolt when you gain life with a white instant or sorcery. That's even better. So it's not even doing 2. Okay, all right. So you just get a Lightning Bolt added to this. Psst. All right, yeah, that's awesome. I thought it said it the other way around. I'm sorry, had to read the card. I know some of you get mad at me for not reading the card sometimes, but red instants and sorcery spells you control have lifelink, and whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes gain life, causes you to gain life, Firesong and Sunspeaker deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Seems good, right? So we deal damage, we gain 2 life. Well, that's how it works. That's how it works. Orb's still going to deal 3. I've got it right. I got it right. Yeah, Lightning Bolt every life gain, but damage is going to gain you life for the amount of damage you dealt. It's when you gain life that you get free Lightning Bolts. It's pretty good. Anyway, other than that, it's just a basic Drake stack. We've got Chart of Course, we've got Ops, we've got Shocks, we've got Lava Coils, we've got Ionize, and instead of cards like Chemist's Insight, it's Sphinx's Insight. So, looks pretty straightforward as far as on that side of everything goes. We got a bunch of enchantment artifact hate here and gain 4 life, which give us that Lightning Bolt. Star of Extinction could be just ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Gain 20 life to each creature that you hit. Wow. Wow. And Planeswalker, right? Nib Mizzet, allowing us to just go ham. Just draw cards, deal extra points of damage, gain some life from the spells that we're casting, you know, the lava coils and things. I'm like, Nib Mizzet, Maybe there'll be certain games where we just, if you played this deck a lot, you would just know that Firesong Sunspeaker is just a horrible idea in a certain matchup, and then you might want to just do a flat-out trade for Niv. That might work. I probably would bring in my treasure maps if I brought in Niv, just because I think that that would be, like, I love the pairing of Niv Mizzet and treasure map, because you can just turn 5 Niv Mizzet, which is pretty sweet. And then Collision Colossus seems pretty good. Collision deals 6 damage to target creature with flying, but Colossus will just make somebody huge, man. A 4/2. And Trample tacked onto any of your creatures' butts. Seems pretty good. Pick up that tree and hit them really hard with it. Oh, and the Fiery Cannonade, also the same thing. If you can give that lifelink, seems great. So, let's go see if we can get a kill here. Firesong Drakes. I hope that we at least get to play with Firesong Sunspeaker in our match. Clarion, but you felt Cannonade was better. Is this your deck, Boros? You upvoted it before the vote counter even showed up. I'm playing this. All right, I'm upvoting this. This is what I'm doing. I mean, we can counter some stuff. I can opt on turn 1 just to see if I can get better options. Doesn't seem too bad. Find me a nice little burn spell or something of that nature. Wouldn't be too bad. Lava Coil for turn 2 to be able to clean up. Something gets away from us here. Shock right now would be pretty good. Yeah, I'd take Shock. Enigma Drake. Enigma Drake may be great. The Drake is great. We'd have to worry about this turn, though. Do need a white source if we want the Absorb to play properly. But we do have Ionize, and I can get the Drake down. If he just leaves 1 mana open, then I'm just slamming Drake here. Another Terramander, still slamming Drake. And then the following turn, we can Drake and leave play it, or Ionize and Terramander. But for right now, we impede his attacking. Maybe he may just Lava Coil it and be done. He just Lava Coiled it and was done with it. Crackling Drake. Try again. There's the white source, so we can start keeping up Absorb. Let's play it, tap, keep up Ionize. Sure. Play the Terramander. Slamming Drakes is the next album. I like it. Slamming Drakes. Seems like a good album. Or is that the band name? Slamming Drakes. This is probably closer to LSV's deck or something. Or no, wait, LSV didn't have Terramander in his deck, did he? You guys sure he didn't have Terramander in his deck? Maybe he did. That's not cool. One, a two, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He gets another one. That's 8. So he could technically make one of them grow right now. Yep. Get big. Ooh. All right. Alright, well that's going to be a problem. Berg. I mean, we can technically grow our Pteramander as well. By Drake and T-Pain. We do have burn. Yeah, but our burn's horrible here. Burn is so bad against something that becomes a 5/5. I think I have to counter this. Try to keep that Drake alive. Now I can't increase my Pteramander though. He can. He can do it to one of them. I'll take the hit. I need to be able to cleanly trade off. I don't think that does it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can only leave. If I cast it though, then it only costs me 4. So I cast it for 1, 2, 3, then I'll have up 4. And I'll have a blocker for the Crackling Gems. Pray, cast something. Cast something, opponent. Cast something before you go to combat. Please. Please cast a spell. Hey! It's Zarek. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, it isn't going to matter anyway. There's nothing else either of us could do this turn, so I'm going to just go ahead and make this guy into a 5/5. More land? Okay. It's not over, though. And we're going to be taking 5 per turn for the next foreseeable little while, but it's not like completely over. Huh. They're not all tricksters. Merfolk shenanigans. I mean, I have to trade one right here. And then we basically just have to pray that we find a way to deal with this guy. Seems like... That's just bad. It's very bad. We found the Firesong speaker, and I could cast it, but there would just be no benefit to casting the card, so... Alright. 23 lands. Alright, so Zarek's probably going to be pretty decent here. Absorb seems so slow. Fire Cannonade seems okay. I'm bringing in the Niv. Bringing in the Niv. Beacon Bolt's probably not that bad. I want to bring in Treasure Map. Maybe bring treasure map in over chart of course. Or is it just too slow? Probably collision. Just take out the Sphinx's Insight altogether. I'm not as heavy on the life gain things now. Let's take out the absorbs and keep in the ionize. Have Colossus and collision. Now I really want the chart of course back. I'm gonna run like this. Alright. I want op, but I don't want op, right? I want chart of course, but I don't want to have too many. I don't know. It just feels like I don't want that many chart of course, but then again, I want some draw spells, so I don't want to pull anything else out. It's just, I'm greedy. I want it all. Like I want a red land off the top of this library, so it makes keeping this hand more justifiable. We'll see. Essence, scatter, or capture doesn't seem horrible. Yeah, red source would be great right now. Probably be willing to make early trades here on the Pteramander. Let you draw and untap. Yeah, but doesn't it just like does every man unwind, or they put it back in their hand or on top of their library or something? He said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on. I didn't want to do that." Maybe it wasn't right for me to do that. Maybe it wasn't right for me to keep my hand that's full of red cards, and I ain't got no red cards. Sorry. I need some red sources. Gotta cast some of this stuff. At least it's a hand that can catch up from behind. If I could ever cast anything. Red source. I think we're about to die a miserable death here, Boros. This is not going to be good, sir. It's starting to get scary. I can see the light. I'm trying not to go in, but it calls to me. It beckons me from over yonder. Alright, I went a little too far with the beckons me from over yonder, but you get my point. Oh my goodness. It hurts. It burns. Oh, it burns. The deck looked like it had a ton of red sources. Unfortunately, they weren't in the top 20 cards of the deck. Yep, I'm getting scared. I'm scared. Hold me. He's got he can almost cast Niv Mizzet. He can cast Niv Mizzet. Ice Scoop. That's a Niv Mizzet. Sorry, Boros. That was brutal. It was brutal. Straight up just lost the first game though. Firesong Drakes. Ouch. Let's see. We do have a lot of red sources. 4, 8, 12, 15. Seems decent. Yeah, I mean, seems decent. You got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blue. I don't actually think you... Oh, you do need the blue because you're trying to cast Absorb. Absorb may actually be a hindrance. Maybe you're not that blue. And if you are that blue, then maybe you want more Terramanders just so that you can trade out Terramander. Is like Terramander better than Enigma Drake? Probably. I know it's better than Firesong, just because you can play it on turn 1 and leave things open. Early counter spells could just be what you're looking for. Quench or Quench or Spell Pierce. Either one could probably be pretty decent in this deck. You definitely probably just peel back the absorbs. I think we're just way too clustered on 3 mana spells when you're wanting to be doing a lot to be able to get like Terramander and stuff turned on. So Terramander for the Enigma Drakes, Spell Pierce for sure. Yeah. It's like chat's definitely on. Basically, there's a really good version of red blue Drakes out there, and do you really want the white for Firesong Sunspeaker, which makes you start playing other spells like Sphinx's Insight and then other spells like Absorb? Do you really want to make the deck less consistent on mana base just so that you can play Firesong Sunspeaker? Maybe that's the risk, and the reward would be high for you. I somehow doubt that you really want 6-drops in this Drake's deck, though. And then the more 3 and 4 drops you got, the more clustered it gets. So if you're wanting to only run 23 land, peel back on the converted mana cost a little bit, and maybe just white altogether. So yeah, more Terramanders and Quench. I would be torn on whether or not I would want Quench or whether or not I just want Spell Pierce, or some number of Dive Down or something like that. Like if you're really big onto that Terramander thing and you want to be able to protect the Terramander, then Dive Down may be the way to go. Essence Capture is actually really good with Enigma Drakes and Crackling Drakes. So if you did keep the Enigma Drakes and Crackling Drakes, a lot of people are going to be wanting to Lava Coil those, and if you can Essence Capture and put a +1 counter on your Enigma Drake or Crackling Drake, then that works really well. As far as Terramander goes, you normally don't want to do that until after you've activated the Terramander, because then you just end up with a 2/2 Terramander. You can activate in response to the ability going on the stack. Like whenever you counter something, then you get to put the +1, like counter it and put a +1 counter. So you could respond to the spell while it was still on the stack, and activate Terramander. The Terramander activation will go off first, then you would get the +1 counter, but that's just like, might as well just activate the Terramander. And then you'll go to, I don't know, with the counter spell though, you don't ever really know, so it gives you a little bit of flexibility there. Terramander is just really good though, and if I was going to be playing in a version of this, whether the top deck had Terramander or not, I've had a lot of success with it lately, and I really like the card. All in all though, it was fun. Like I definitely reveled at the chance to be able to give my spells lifelink, and I think that's a pretty cool take on a deck. But that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Selfless pitches? No? Nah. We'll forget about that. Don't even worry about that. Just go to the Sideboard MTG Reddit, right? Not a selfless pitch, but a pitch for everyone else. Go over to the Reddit. Like, give some feedback, stuff like that. It's completely free. I don't get paid for anything from the Reddit. As far as I know, I mean, maybe somebody at Reddit profits, but I don't know about it. Anyway, go over there and just vote on decks and let us know what you think. Build your decks, build your brews, give feedback on decks and brews. If you're looking for feedback, make sure you put it in your deck title. And you know, looking for help with deck, and somebody will help you. If not me, one of the others, somebody will try to give you some feedback. Take it for what it's worth. It's just advice, and not all advice is good advice. So that's all I've got for tonight, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all had fun. And we'll see you next time here on Sideboard MTG.